Welcome to this week's episode of Legit or Bullshit.
CocaCola.
CocaCola. Bullshit. Not good for you. Takes 7 bottles of water to make 1 can of Coke. I don't know why people drink that stuff anymore, but Coca-Cola, don't sue me. It's just my opinion, so definitely bullshit.
Mercedes. I think cars in general, as I get older and wiser, they're just things that end up owning you. I think for me, definitely cars in general, bullshit. But as a car manufacturer, totally legit. Would I want to own one? Nope. And do I think that they hold their value, have any real value in this world? Nope. So I'm going to call bullshit on them. Apple, like as a company.
Apple as a company, I don't know. It's interesting, isn't it? I guess I like their data protection policy. I like the fact that they never see the data as something that they would sell, unlike Facebook, which is who are the opposite, I guess.
Ooh, sick burn.
Somewhat. Don't sue me, Mark Zuckerberg. The Apple, the company, I guess it's very hard to know I don't understand the leadership like I used to understand Steve Jobs, I guess. So I don't know where they're going or what their end game is, but they're a powerful company. So, I want to say legit because of their data privacy, but I don't know yet if they could potentially just be bullshit. I guess like all these big companies that preach quality over quantity, but let's see. I'm going to say legit for now.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Do we get sued if we tell the truth about Mark Zuckerberg like that?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm not convinced. I mean, I always like his personal videos and his family stuff. Humanizes him for me, but as a leader, I can't help but think where he started. He started by basically stealing someone else's idea. And so when you steal someone else's idea and then you build on it, yes, you could argue done a good job executing, but I kind of always feel like that's a slightly bad foundation. And after that, everything is morally corrupt. And I feel like Facebook is fading fast. Mark Zuckerberg, I don't know. Let's see. I mean, I'm going to call bullshit right now. But he might surprise me and become legit. Bootstrapping, totally legit. I think it's an underestimated superpower of people starting businesses. A lot of people want to raise money now and have lots of cash in the bank and spend lots of money on growing the company and so on. And I understand that kind of hyper growth mentality and the cash is king mindset of any startup. But I like bootstrapping and I like it for lots of reasons. It allows you to really touch base with the customer and truly understand if people need what you're selling. And so I'm building a platform right now and I'm bootstrapping it. Even though I've got the resources not to, it's really smart to bootstrap. It keeps you mindful of the team as it builds and is it the right culture, not just hiring them because you can hire people. You can really pinpoint the business's purpose if you bootstrap. So I'm big legit on bootstrapping.
Michelle
Obama's amazing. I guess I dream that she might run for president one day. Yeah, I mean I think she's totally legit. I think she's the reason Obama is a decent human being. And I really like her, the way she explains things, and I like her podcast. And yeah, totally legit, Michelle Obama.
Holidays.
I'm going to call bullshit on holidays. I think a lot of the time people perceive this kind of work-life balance as, working hard and having 2 weeks off. And I've always enjoyed having holidays that are in fact work-related. I think the only holiday I've ever had that is just pure holiday was a honeymoon. And even then I managed to do a little bit of work on the honeymoon. I bumped into someone at the honeymoon location I was staying in who was a billionaire that I wanted to do some work with. So I went and pitched the business to him in the hallway of the hotel. And so that was on my honeymoon. So I never really believed in holidays per se, but I love people taking time out for themselves to do things they love. But if you can do what you love, then a holiday becomes that anyway. So I'm going to call a little bit of bullshit on the image of holidays, but should you have time off to enjoy yourself? Totally legit.
Robots
are totally legit. I can't wait for more robots to do the things that humans should not be doing. And so I know there's always that fear that people will lose their jobs and all the rest of it. But I can remember my grandfather in the print press days of the newspaper industry when computers came in and started taking away the typesetter jobs. No one wanted that to happen because they felt like a machine was taking a human's jobs. But then they got promoted to editors or writers or head of sales or whatever. And there was plenty of other jobs to do. Humans are so sophisticated. It's kind of crazy. There's still humans standing in the street holding a sign saying, McDonald's that way, like a human. Imagine how complicated it is to make a human. It's holding that sign. It should be robots, but those robots should generate income for the person that would have been holding the sign otherwise through universal income. That's my view. So I think that hopefully robots can come along and increase the value to the society that can't get a job, parts of society that can't get a job, and we can start to create an ecosystem where everyone gets what they need in life to eat, have shelter, and I'm hoping robots will provide that avenue. So legit, totally legit.
Unless they gain consciousness and kill us all.
Well, if they gain consciousness, they might not kill us all. If they gain consciousness, they might continue to help us even more so. So I know there's always that Terminator mindset, but but that's life, right? We that's the risk we take. But I'd actually love to have a conversation with a conscious robot just before he murdered me. I'd probably be up for taking that chance.
Going to the gym.
Totally legit. Something I don't think any of us do enough, and except Connor here, who does the filming. He's gone 5 times this week. But I think the gym is legit. I like going to the gym because it gives me, once I'm there, I have to focus on what I'm doing there. So I like it, and I think it's an underrated thing, and I am excited about getting back in the gym and enjoying the process of being healthy. And not only when you work out do you get healthy, you also have time to think. That's why I like the gym so much. It gives you, but I know a lot of people would rather be outside exercising and so on, or going for a run outside. I actually run on the treadmill in the gym, so a lot of people might call that bullshit. Why not run outside? But I like it. It's disciplined. It allows you to not bump into people and sweat all over them. In a COVID world, that makes sense to me, and then I can work out properly. And so yeah, I think gym's totally legit.
True Geordie.
True Geordie. I've only got into True Geordie recently, and I'm gonna have to say legit. I mean, they're totally authentic, honest, real, pretty amazing actually. As a podcast host myself, I look up to them, and I actually think, yeah, totally legit. I love the way they do things. I love the transparency of the way they operate. They don't make money, or they're having a tough time, how they talk about it, how they share the journey. Totally legit.
European Super League.
European Super League. I'm kind of shocked how much attention this has got. I mean, Boris Johnson's weighing in, Prime Minister of the UK weighing in, saying, oh, it's a bad idea. I mean, it's just a game. Let people do what they want to do. And if sports clubs want to join a league they can never get relegated from, then okay. I think that takes away a lot of what is exciting about a lot of the football tournaments, right? If you don't play well, you get relegated out of your league. So if they have a new idea, I say let them run with it, and let's judge it over time. And if it works for the football fans, then they'll watch it. If it doesn't work for the football fans, they won't. And if they don't watch it, it won't exist. I always think let the market decide. I never understand why big, powerful organizations like UEFA would even weigh in to try and control the market as a monopoly. So as an outsider, they say it's a spit in the face for fans. And as a fan, I'm like, no, it's not. I like to see how it plays out. If the players are happy to play that many times a week, and the club wants to do it that many times a week, and they can see that there's a competitive, fun, exciting game to be had each week, then I say do it. And I know that's not the popular opinion, but I'm going to say I think it's legit. Gymshark. Well, I'm thinking about it only because, well, first of all, I think the founder and the whole team at Gymshark are 100% legit. And I don't think I could ever attach the word bullshit to anything they do. I think the product's quality. I think the way they built the business is quality. I love Ben's story, the founder. And so I've got nothing but positive to say. I would only say that sometimes the bullshit that comes out is just people's perception of how easy it is to build a clothing brand, and they use Gymshark all the time as a reference, not understanding just how hard it is. And so I'd only say that the image of how Gymshark is an overnight success is bullshit, but the actual team and the product and the business model, all totally legit, and I have a lot of respect for that team.
The Wolf of Wall Street.
The Wolf of Wall Street is total bullshit, in my view. And I know a lot of people say, he's repented, and he has this podcast show teaching people sales, but I think people's moral codes rarely change. And if he went back and paid back all the people that he ripped off, then that's repenting, and went and actually did something about all the different scams that have happened. And so I had an experience with him myself, and I have to say that there's a part of me that wants to give people the benefit of the doubt, reform, change and all that, but I don't know. I want to call bullshit. I think sales techniques that trick people are missing the point of what sales is really about. In my view, sales is about authenticity, letting your dog play with his Chewy toy in the background when you're doing a video. It's not about creating almost like a trick system to get people to buy things from you. So part of me really wants to avoid anyone learning sales where it's a trick, and basically focus on having a good product that people want, and then they'll buy it. And I know that that is not the Wolf of Wall Street system. It is literally a system. And I think that's missing the point in sales, which, as I say, is about relationship building, not about tricking people into buying things they don't need. So bullshit. I hope you liked this week's episode of Legit or Bullshit. If you did, give us a legit thumbs up. If you have any questions about business, feel free to always ask in the comments or direct mail us via thepurposefulproject.com. If there's any legit or bullshit questions you would like me to answer, then drop the comments down below and let us know, and we'll include your legit or bullshit questions in our next episode. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that alarm bell once you have, to make sure you always get access to our live broadcasts. Thanks for listening to our YouTube channel.